mentioned, there are a variety of different camouflage uniforms that are essential to the different environments you may live in. There are several examples laying here that we'd like to note that are readily available through different types of surplus markets. Very affordable, very desirable. Number one, I'm wearing the U.S. Tiger Stripe. Vietnam era, it is still used by U.S. SEALs and other Special Forces elements. In addition to that, we have the East German Border Patrol security uniform. As you can see, it has a brown raindrop pattern passing through a gray-green material. Next, we have the West German security forces, also used during World War II by the Waffen, Wehrmacht. We also have an example of the earlier style desert pattern with what was called the chocolate chips. This is very desirable for urban warfare. It also works exceptionally well during the North American brownout periods. U.S. Standard Woodland Camouflage. This material is available virtually everywhere in the country. It is still a desirable uniform and has become more and more cost-effective and affordable as the years have gone by. This particular pattern is Portuguese and also the Cuban AN2 uniform. As you can see by the surroundings, for this particular environment, this uniform is very desirable. It is made in a cotton blend, unfortunately, and normally comes in small sizes. Last, we have another variant on the woodland camouflage, located here. This is a U.S. poncho liner, as normally issued to Special Forces units and some Marine Corps detachments. Camouflage is essential. In the present battlefield of the 1990s, material and equipment must be protected from conflagration. Because of this, we have to take advantage of virtually every defensive feature that we could conceivably think of. Camouflage affords us a very simple and basic option. Additional features to most of the new uniforms that we're experiencing now include infrared reduction or infrared protection material. Its purpose is to eliminate the possibility of electronic warfare equipment detecting the individuals even in concealed positions. But the important issue is this, the eye. The average civilian and the average soldier is conditioned to patterns. In many cases, with most militia units or irregular formations that are in the field, a disruption or a change in pattern is very important. Standardization may actually get you killed. For this reason, we want to ensure that you understand there are a variety of uniforms available. There are a variety of types that can be used, and they should be combined if at all possible. Survivability for your individuals, our first and most important issue, must be maintained. In addition to this, and the best example would be what you see on this PASGAT helmet, are, for instance, camouflage bands so that you might utilize natural materials such as grass, straw, leaves, branches to alter the configuration of your uniform when you're moving. The terrain will change, so will the material that your camouflage is supposed to blend into. Because of this, you must assist with natural material. You do this by modifying the uniform tucking. You also have different stations on the uniform that can be used to attach different pieces of camouflage material that will enhance your situation. This rubber band that you see on the helmet is designed to take foliage. You've probably seen this in 100 different military movies. But it should be explained, this is essential. These types of items aren't necessarily found growing out here. You have to have them when you acquire the material and equipment that you'll be using. Take an inventory. Assess your needs. Kit your person out accordingly. In most cases, the camouflage uniform expenditures, these uniforms will run approximately $15 to $35 a set. As high as $50, depending upon how rare the camouflage is. You have to balance your need accordingly depending upon pocketbook. Remember, if you have more people to equip an arm, you're going to have to select or make a compromise that will put everybody into the proper equipment necessary to maintain them in the field. We have virtually every and any type of climactic environment that you could imagine in the North American continent. Some people will be seeing this training tape will be in the desert. There'll obviously be a need for browns, tans, etc. As we live in the northern part of the United States, we experience both the green out that you see in the background, brown, santan environments with the summer or high summer period. High colors, which would of course allow you to incorporate some of the lighter colors and greens that you see here. And then we move into a fall and then winter period. Because of that, it is a good idea to select a variety of different camouflages for your own personal use, not standardizing on one uniform. An example of this need would be the Yugoslavian conflict that presently exists right now. In watching much of the news footage, you'll note that there's a variety of different uniforms that are being fielded. Part of this is because of the obvious fact that they do not have the resources to buy frontline equipment. Part of it also is dictated by the battlefield, survivability. What works, what doesn't. We have to concern ourselves with practical application. You have no bureaucracy behind you. Your own supply and support is out of this wallet, your pocketbook. Concern yourselves with efficiency. Take advantage of resources that we have on hand and arm yourself for truth.
I cry for my country, for the pain that it's been through. She's been made to suffer for the profit of a few. Storm clouds are forming, winds of change now touch our shores. Our heat forefathers are crying as the dream's been cruised.